Find a seat of your choice and take one hand to your belly, other palm on top of that, and close your eyes. And take your awareness down into your hands, down into your belly. Breathing down. Allowing the rest of the day to start to dissolve into the background, arriving into your body, into this breath. And I'd like you to visualize a ball of light in your belly. And with each breath, you're feeding this ball of light. You're feeding your baby. Opening your eyes, take your left fingers over to the left, and inhale, reach your right arm up and over to the left, and breathe into your right side waist. And slowly come upright with your torso. Take your right fingers over towards the right and reach your left arm up to the sky. Take your left fingers over your left ear and over to the right. Breathe into the left side waist. Come back to center and come forward onto hands and knees. Curl your toes under and bring your inner legs to touch. And then you're going to sit back on your heels with your toes curled under, or you can always sit on a block or a bolster. Inhale, reach the arms overhead, and exhale, interlace your fingers and flip your palms up towards the ceiling. If that feels constrictive, palms facing in instead is great. And then breathe into your side waist. Breathe into the arches of your feet. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, round the spine and press your palms forward towards the front of your mat, chin in towards the chest. Inhale, reach the arms back up to the sky, lift the torso upright, and then exhale, round just the upper spine, pressing the palms forward, chin in towards the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and round. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and round. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release your hands out to the sides and down. Take your hands out in front of you. Take your knees a little further back. Child's pose. Bring your hips to your heels, your forehead to the ground. So knees out to the side, lots of space for your belly. You can either have your arms out in front of you or one palm on top of the other, forehead rests as I'm doing here. Continue to breathe deep into this ball of light, into your belly. So be mindful as we move through the practice today, what is needed for my own body. And if anything I'm offering doesn't work for you, then feel free to do something else, or feel free to rest right here in child's pose, coming back to this position anytime you like. Biggest thing I can offer is listen to your own body. If it feels like a yes, go for it. If it doesn't, then stay back or do something else. Come forward onto hands and knees and inhale, arc the spine and look up to the sky. And as you exhale, around the spine and look at your own belly button. Inhale, arc the spine, cow. Exhale, round the spine, look at your belly, angry cat. Inhale, arc the spine. Exhale and round. Walk your hands further forward with your toes curled under. Lift your knees up off the ground, coming into down dog, lifting your hips up. And it might feel nice to bike pedal your legs or wiggle out your hips. It might feel nice to be perfectly still. And slowly walking your feet forward, coming to the front of the mat, feet hip width apart or a little bit wider, depending upon how much space you need for your belly. If forward folding's not working for you today, because it wasn't for me in my first trimester quite a bit, you can always come down into a squat position like I'm doing here, hips to heels, or keep your knees bent softly and put your forearms on top of your thighs so that your head is about the same height as your heart. So just really respect how you're feeling today. Take care of yourself. If you're coming with me, make your way up to stand. Inhale and sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and take your arms over towards the right, stretching the left side waist. Come on back to center. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, lift the arms up, and then go ahead and take your hands over towards the left, stretching the right side waist. As you do this, just gently hug the belly button in and up. Come on back to center. Take your hands behind you and interlace your fingers together. Shrug your shoulders onto your back. Inhale, lift the chest up. And then as you exhale, bend your knees and bow forward and down. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. And again, if going all the way down doesn't feel good for you, you can do what I'm doing here, just resting the ribs on the thighs with the knees quite bent. Root down through your legs and inhale, come on back up to stand. Reach the arms overhead. And then as you exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back, chest forward. You can keep your hands on the ground or hands on shins. And again, knees as bent as lower back is asking for today. And again, you can always rest your forearms on top of your thighs like I'm doing here. Fingertips come down to the ground and go ahead and step your right foot back into a lunge. Keeping your right palm on the ground, inhale, reach your left arm forward and towards the back of your own mat. And then as you exhale, take your left arm out to the left and forward. So we're drawing half circles of the arm. It goes up to the sky and towards the back of your own mat. And then as you exhale to the left and forward. Inhale, left arm goes up. Exhale, take it to the left and forward. Inhale, arm goes up. Exhale to the left and forward. Hand comes down to the earth on the inside of your front leg, and then curling your back toes under, straighten your back knee up off the ground. Come on to fingertips. See if you can gently scissor the inner thighs towards each other, and then press your back heel up towards the sky, top of the head forward. And then next time you exhale, plant your palms and step back, downward dog, hips up to the sky. Put your knees down on the ground, Anahata Asana, heart pose. Slide your hands a little further forward, keeping your hips over your knees. Draw your forehead towards the ground. So especially if you're not feeling like taking the vinyasa today, this is a great alternative. So every time we come forward to plank and put the knees on the ground, you can come into Anahata Asana. The choice is yours. If you're coming with me into the vinyasa, then we're going to come forward into plank pose with the knees further back, wrists and shoulders aligned, so we're on a diagonal, and then claw the mat with your finger pads and gently imagine you're dragging your palms back and your knees forward, just gently engaging the core. Breathe deep here. And then slide your hands towards you. Come stand up on your knees, a very gentle camel pose. Hands to lower back, hug your elbows in towards each other, and quite simply just lift your chest up. Next time you exhale, take your hands out in front of you and we'll all come into down dog. Curling the toes under, lifting the knees up to the sky. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky, three-legged downward dog. And then as you exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Lower your back knee down to the ground. So this is one way of coming or stepping forward, but if downward dog is not working for you today, I'm going to show you the other version of this. So your back knee comes down to the ground and then step your right knee to meet your left knee. We're back in that Anahata pose, that heart pose that we were in. So again, if the down dog doesn't work for you, you'll come forward onto hands and knees every time I say down dog. And then inhale and reach your right leg up to the sky behind you. And then exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So that's the other variation of how to move through the transitions. Everybody take your back knee up off the ground, left palm on the ground, right arm goes up to the sky. Open your chest towards the right. If a lunge with the back knee off the ground ever feels like too much, you can always keep your back knee on the earth. Wherever you are, breathe deep into your chest. Right hand comes down to the inside of the right foot. And what we're going to do is lower the left heel to the right and then pivot your right foot so it's parallel to your left one. So we're coming into a wide-legged straddle, and then bend both your knees, walking your hands towards the middle of the mat. And inhale, reach your chest forward towards the left side of your mat. And then as you exhale, straighten your legs. Inhale, bend into your knees, reach your chest forward, and then exhale, straighten your legs. And again, they don't have to straighten all the way. You go to a point that works. Inhale, bending the knees, chest reaches forward. Exhale, try to keep your palms on the ground and work towards straightening your legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend. And as you exhale, walk your hands over towards your right foot and pivot yourself towards the front of your mat. Back heel comes up off the ground, and then step forward. Feet hip width or wider, up to you. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Your variation, hands on shins, forearms on thighs or fingertips to the ground. Exhale, bow. If lower back needs more support as you come up to stand, put your hands on your thighs and inhale, everybody stand up, sweep the arms overhead. And then exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Release your hands down by your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. As you exhale, grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and take your hands over towards the right, stretching the left side. Hug the belly just gently in and up. Come on back to center and switch the crossing. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, take your hands over to the left. Inhale, come on back to center, and then cactus your arms out to the sides, bending your elbows out. Take your elbows towards the back of your own mat, and then bending your knees, hinging at the hips, bring your ribs towards your thighs, and reach your arms out in front of you. Funny variation of chair. And then inhale, stand up, arms come down by your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, bow forward and down, bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen the chest forward, your variation. Exhale, fingertips to the ground, bend your knees and step your left foot back into a lunge. Lower the left knee down to the ground, walk your left fingers off the mat to the left, and then inhale, reach your right arm forward and up towards the sky and towards the back of your own mat. Here come those half circles. As you exhale, hand goes out to the right and towards the front of your mat. Inhale, reach the arm up and back. Exhale to the right and forward. Inhale. Exhale to the right and forward. Inhale. Exhale to the right and forward. Inhale. Exhale. Both hands down at the inside of the front foot. Either stay here or curl your back toes under and straighten your back leg. Either way, tent out your fingertips, shrug your shoulders onto your back and reach your chest forward. If the ground ever feels too far, you can always put blocks underneath your hands. Scissor the inner thighs towards each other. Imagine you're dragging your front heel back, big toe forward. And breathe into this long line from your back leg to the top of the head. Plant your palms and step back, down dog. Inhale, coming forward into plank pose. So again, you can take Anahata Asana, heart pose here, or you're going to hold plank pose with me as you exhale. Claw the mat with your finger pads. And again, imagine you're dragging your palms back, your knees forward, and puff up the back body with your breath. Coming with me, slide your hands towards you, stand up on your knees, a very gentle camel, hands to the lower back, hug the elbows in towards each other, and just gently lift the chest up towards the sky. And if you're in Anahata Asana, keep drawing your chest and your forehead towards the ground. We'll all come back either into down dog or into hands and knees. And inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky behind you. And then exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Right palm stays where it is. And inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, opening your chest towards the left. Left hand comes down to the ground and step to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back, offer your chest forward, and exhale and bow, standing forward fold. Root down through both your legs. Inhale, stand up, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Continue to feed this ball of light with your breath. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sweep the arms overhead and then see if you can shift your weight into your left foot. Lift your right foot up off the ground. You're going to keep your right knee bent the whole time. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Hands to outer hips. Keep both your knees bent and now step your right foot back into a lunge. You can always put that back knee down on the ground at any point in time. And then scissor the inner thighs towards each other and inhale, reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, cactus your arms out to the sides like we did earlier. Take a deep breath right here. And then as you exhale, bring your elbows and your palms to touch in front of you. Bend your back knee, chin towards chest. Inhale, straighten your back leg. Open your arms back into those cactus arms. Splaying your fingers out wide. Exhale, bend your back knee. Elbows and palms touch in front of the chest. Inhale, straighten the back leg. Open the arms out to the sides. Exhale, bend your back knee. Elbows and palms touch in front. Inhale, open the arms out to the side. Straighten the back leg. Exhale, round gently with the upper spine, elbows and palms touch. Inhale, straighten the back leg. Exhale, bend, elbows and palms touch. Put your back knee on the ground if it's not already there, and inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then as you exhale, hands down by the front foot. You're going to slide your left leg out behind you, coming into a tabletop, and you might want to put padding underneath your right knee. Claw the mat with your finger pads, lower the outer left hip down and point through your left toes, and then gently hug the belly button in and up and try to lengthen the lower back. Claw the mat with your finger pads. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your left knee to your left tricep, your left upper arm. Inhale, lengthen and extend the leg out behind you. Exhale, take the knee to the upper arm, chin towards chest. Inhale, lengthen the leg out behind you, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release the knee down. Slide your hands towards you with your toes curled under. Sit back on your heels. You can always take child's pose instead. And quite simply feel. Stay as you are or modified camel. Come stand up on your knees. Take your hands to your lower back. Hug the elbows in. And again, quite simply just lift the chest. Breathe into the front body. Next time you exhale, either Anahata Asana or down dog, choice is yours. And if you're in Anahata Asana, you'll come forward into tabletop position. Everybody inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky behind you. And exhale, step it forward in between your hands. Pivot your back heel down to the ground and then pivot your right foot so it's parallel to your left arm. Walk your hands in between your legs and then take your toes into a soft turnout and climb your hands on top of your thighs for a variation of goddess stance. Bend both your knees quite a bit, and if your knees go past your ankles, take your feet wider out to the left and to the right. With hands on thighs, press your hands into your thighs, shoulders up by ears, and then breathe into the side waist. If you can, bend your knees just a little bit more. And then take your arms overhead and interlace your fingers together. Flip your palms up to the ceiling. Keep rolling both your thighs out to the sides. Breathe into your inner legs. Next time you exhale, release your hands down. Look towards your right foot. Pivot yourself over towards your right foot and step forward. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back. Your variation, offer your chest forward and up. And then exhale, bow, standing forward fold. Root down through both your legs and inhale, stand up. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the heart. Opening your eyes, chair pose. Bend the knees, lower the hips. Inhale, arms up. As you exhale, shift your weight into your right foot. Lift your left foot up off the ground. And then inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend your right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Keep it bent, knees and then hands on hips, and go ahead and step your left foot back into a lunge. And again, feel free to put your back knee on the ground at any point in time. Square the front of the pelvis towards the front of the mat and reach your arms overhead as you inhale, and then exhale, cactus your arms out to the sides. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, bend your back knee, elbows and palms touch in front, chin towards chest. Inhale, straighten the back leg, open the arms out to the sides. Exhale, elbows and palms touch, bend the back knee. Inhale, open, straighten the back leg. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, straighten your back leg. And then as you exhale, hands down by the front foot. Lower your back knee down to the ground, and from here, go ahead and slide your right leg out behind you, coming into tabletop position. Feel free to put padding underneath your left knee. Lower the outer right hip, splay your toes out wide, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, take your right knee to your right tricep. Inhale, lengthen and extend the leg out behind you, chest is forward. Exhale, round the spine, take your knee to your upper arm. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, curl. Release the knee down to the ground. Sit back on your heels, toes curled under, or feel free to take child's pose and just take a couple of breaths, allowing that to land. Either stay as you are, modified camel, come stand up on your knees, hands to lower back, and then quite simply again, just lift the chest up. Come back to sit on your heels, tops of feet on the ground. Take an inhale through the nose and exhale it out the mouth. Ha. Opening the eyes, take your feet over to the right, your bum over to the left, and bring your butt down to the ground. And then go ahead and slide your legs out in front of you. Left knee bent, left foot on the ground. Place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Walk your hands close in towards your bum and work your chest towards your shin. And if this ever feels like too much, especially if you don't have enough space for your belly, just either walk your front foot further forward, or you're going to lie down on your back as I'm doing here. Thread the needle, hands interlaced around left leg, hugging right shin in towards the chest. But again, you always want to make space for your belly. So depending upon where you are in your pregnancy, you might want to give yourself more space. If you want to take this further and you've got the space in your belly, you can wrap your arms around your right shin, and with your left knee bent, left foot comes down to the ground. It's a variation of reclined pigeon, or you can always take pigeon if you're familiar with that pose. Come down onto your back. Let's take half happy baby. Right knee goes out towards the right. Grab a hold of the right sole of the foot with the right hand. And either left knee bent, left foot on the ground, or extend your left leg onto the ground out in front of you. If lying down on your back ever feels like too much, you can always do this seated. Your right knee would be bent, right foot would be parallel to the ground, calf parallel, and take the knee out to the right. Left knee would be bent, left knee out towards the left for balance. And slowly release, hug your knees in towards your chest, or just extend your legs out in front of you and give them a little wiggle if you're seated. And now we're going to do same other side. So left ankle on top of right thigh with right knee bent, right foot on the ground. And again, you can just work your chest towards your shin. Sometimes this is enough. Honor that. Or at any point in time, feel free to lie down and thread the needle. Either stay as you are or wrap your arms around your left shin, hugging your left shin in towards your chest, right knee bent, right foot on the ground. Or you can always straighten your right leg on the ground out in front of you. And again, if you'd prefer to just come right into classic pigeon pose, feel free. Left shin forward, right leg out behind you. Half happy baby. Take your left knee out to the left. Grab a hold of the left foot with the left hand and either right knee bent, right foot on the ground, or right leg straight out in front of you. And again, those of us who are seated, you can do it seated with the right knee going out to the right. Grabbing a hold of the left foot, left calf parallel to the ground. Take your left knee out to the left and back. Deepen your breath. And then those of us who are lying down on our backs, both knees bent, both feet on the ground, take your feet wide and bring your knees in towards each other, or soles feet together, knees out. And those of us who are seated, you can either come back and join us on our back, or Baddha Konasana, soles feet together, knees out, and bow forward. If you're lying down on your back, one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And now everybody focus on your exhales, deep exhales. If you have the time, feel free to make your way into Shavasana. If not, find a comfortable seated position. If you're coming out with me, take one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, and just observe how you feel in body and mind. May we continue to feed ourselves, feed our baby with lots of good energy, lots of deep breathing. Namaste. If you like that video, you'll probably like these. And if you want more videos, go to my membership site. Either way, let's stay connected.